As you can see, that's what happens when you try to roll and you get counter hit.
Yeah.
So it's pretty difficult. Weave. You tried it.
Alright, y'all, welcome to the Cag Guide. We are here with
The Cag Guide.
Prada. Yes, y'all, I've been waiting for this one. Here we go.
Alright. Where do I start with Cag?
Normal,
God.
I guess. Look, it's normals.
Alright, so just starting off, Cag is fastest button is gonna be close L. That's a 5-framer. So she can poke out of a lot of stuff if close enough to get that close L. Otherwise, 2L is going to be your main poke, or 5L, because those can be used interchangeably because they're both 6 frames. So, like, your main thing on defense is going to be, oh, your Abare. Let's start off with that. Like, these are your Abare buttons. Because most of the time when you Abare, you're not going to be close enough for that close L. So either of these will work the same. So whichever you're more comfortable with, because they have the same amount of startup. Just that if they do block this, you are plus. But if they block this, you're negative 5 on block. So just something to be aware of. So let's start off with that. So we all know close L and 2L or plus. Unlike some characters, her 2M unfortunately is negative on block. It is negative 3. Wait. 2M is negative 4 on block. So while it is negative, it's not punishable. Bar H is like your main neutral tool. If you ever fought a Cag, you know this button is bread and butter.
Yeah.
It's 9-frame startup, negative 5 on block, so it's not punishable even if you block it. The only way to punish it is to roll through it, because it has 20 frames of recovery on whiff. So I have to be very careful about using this, because if timed correctly, you can get a punish. Let's see. We went over that. Okay, close. So close M is a little awkward. It's 6-frame startup, just like your close lights and your 2L, or your far light and your 2L. This is 6-frame startup, but it is negative 3 on block. So it is a great frame trap tool.
Okay.
That is a mean frame trap. If you try to mash in between that gap, you're gonna get counter hit every time. Unless you super or do DP. So that's something to be aware of, as your best frame trap is that. But for people with slower buttons, close L into close H is also a frame trap for people with slower buttons. But most people you want to just stick with, or so those are your 2 main frame traps. Then you have the basics like, oh, that doesn't even work on boss? Oh no, it does. I'm just bad. Alright. So those are all her normals. This 5U on block is negative 6, but it spaces me out. So for most characters, this isn't punishable in block, because you're out of 5L range, close 5L range, which most people's 5-frame button is on. Boss not included. 2U, 7 frames, negative 12 on block. So most people, if it gets blocked, are gonna to cancel out that that negative frame, so they can't punish unless they run up dot and a grab, but that's difficult.
Time's up.
These next 2 rounds you can win, so we can stay in a little longer. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, so let's get into this. So let me throw this. Level 1 on block, -8. So if you're within any button, like if I do this, I'm punishable with a fast enough button. Boss kind of struggles to deal with that because it's slower buttons.
Are you able to block that?
Wait.
You're not far. Yeah, I'm not punishing that.
So I am -8 on block. Some characters can punish that. As Cag, the only time in the air you should be using this is to air stall, but you still eat hella recovery. You don't recover until you land, even if you throw it. So if I throw it here, some characters can punish it. So that is very tricky to deal with. So level 2 rock, -3 on block. So it's not punishable at all. We get to level 3 rock and this is where it gets fun. We're +2. So this is +2. So then we get to level 4 rock. This is +3. And then we get all the way to max rock. That bad boy is +7 on block.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Oh yeah, it's fucked up. And on top of that, if you get hit by it, it puts you airborne. So you then have the chance to combo off of it. So get hit by this. So if I'm close enough, most of the time, this is how it's gonna go. I get a full combo off of it because you're considered airborne then. I can also combo off of level 3, level 4, and level 5 on hit, just not on, it's not as plus and it's not gonna give me as big of a starter.
Okay.
So that's all, and all rocks startup, including this, is all 18 frames. So from the time before it's even active, it's 18 frames startup.
Okay.
So now we're getting into specials. Let's start with Light Trap. Light Trap is 50 frames. 50 frames startup and recovery. So the whole thing before I recover is 50 frames. So if I'm doing stuff like this on block, it's fake.
Yeah.
It's so fake.
Yeah.
But it's all about being able to call me out because I could do... So, yeah, do your damage. Alright, you got it. So, light and medium are both 50 frames. Light puts it right at my feet. Medium puts it about round start range, a little shorter. So, like 1 step in from round start range. So, and both are 50 frames. EX is 36 frames.
Gotcha.
So it's a little harder to punish than light and medium, but still very punishable. So what most Cags will do is stuff like do a block string and you're expecting spear and throw out traps, and then they get to reset pressure for free because you have to respect traps at that point. Then, well, that's it for traps. It's the same frame data in the air. The only difference is in the air, the only one I can do a follow-up to after is EX.
Okay.
If I do light or medium, I cannot hit an air button. I cannot do anything except, I believe I can TP. I can't even TP. So if they're in the air and they're placing traps, most likely they're always using EX.
Okay.
Because that allows them the option to maneuver.
Yeah.
So let's get into 214L and that series. 214L, 15 frame startup, -9 on block. So it is punishable if not spaced correctly, as you can see. 214M, 21 frame startup. Punishable on block if not spaced correctly because it is -12 on block. EX is the same at -12 on block, but it is 12 frame startup.
I'm gonna switch to Cag on this side.
Alright. So all of those are very punishable if not spaced correctly, but most of the time a Cag is gonna space it correctly because they're not gonna take that risk. Little side note, if you do clash with this button, she is airborne, so it's kind of like clashing with EX boot or a boot from Grand. The character's airborne, so it's gonna they're gonna get an air button, and most likely you're gonna lose that interaction after.
Right, yeah.
Pretty much, it is just Cag's boot, in a sense, used the same way. You can throw it out like I throw it out sometimes when people are dashing at me because just to see if they're gonna be able to block it, and if they roll through, you're actually still technically plus. I see you're using my old colors, I like it. But so what people do when they run at me, if they roll through or spot dodge, it's technically still plus. It technically becomes plus. So
oh shit. That's plus as fuck.
So yep, so pretty much if they spot dodge 214L, you're still your turn. You just have to be aware. Next, let's get into spears. So light spear.
Wait, so what about medium? Medium just goes farther?
Medium is literally just light, a little slower, and it goes a little further.
Okay.
This is your damage thing for anti-air combos, as well as getting a crouch hit confirmed to get a little more corner carry.
Gotcha.
If they're crouching, you can end instead of doing 214L, you can end your combo with 214M.
Okay.
For more damage and more corner carry. With spears, the first one is light, 20 frame startup, and it is -5 on block. Medium, 24 frame startup, but -4 on block, so it's less punishable. You have less time to punish it, and they recover faster, but it's just a slower move. Next one is 214H, 20 frame startup, -5 on block, but you do get that hard knockdown.
Time's up.
That's it really on those. Those, you know how to. We just spam this in neutral to get you under traps. Or and use them in combos and stuff like that, which we'll get into.
Yeah.
For TPs, 2L, gonna go always move you back a backdash range. So it's literally used like a backdash, but it's a lot more safe than going for backdash because you're intangible for that short amount of time.
Gotcha.
214M or 2M per se is 23 frames, and it'll put you about round start range. Backdash once and then it's round start range. So if we were to do it at round start, it pretty much will always put you directly behind the opponent unless they backdash. 22H is about half the range of 22M, but it has a hitbox and plus on block. On block it's +1. So the problem with it being +1 is most characters at that point have a 5 frame on this, on close L. So 2L is not a true safe option because you'll get beat out. It'll clash.
Right.
If frame perfect scenario, it clashes.
Right.
So if you want to enforce it, 5L is your only enforcement tool. Once you start conditioning and they start blocking it, then you can start using like 2L, you can start grabbing off of it, you can start doing other things off of it. One of my favorite things to do on people who don't have DPs and are conditioned to I'ma throw them after is literally TP into backdash. They think I'm gonna go for throw. They whiff throw, far H counter hit.
Gotcha.
Just a little something to start off.
Yeah.
But now we get into the good stuff. So that's all her like specials and normals basically, but now we're getting into the combos.
All right, yeah, let's get some hit confirms and little combos.
All right, so I will say this. She probably has the easiest time confirming off of heavies because both of her heavy starters are 3 hits. So you got all day to confirm off of those buttons. It's a little harder with your medium because it has a lot less hit stun. And that wasn't even a true combo because max range it does not combo into 214L.
Ah.
If you want to combo off of that from max range, you got to use 214H because 214H is 3 frames faster.
Gotcha.
So her main combos, well, you're gonna die, but
Hurry up. Down.
her main combo structure, she has 2 routes in the corner. One is meant for more damage, and one is meant for being a little further from the corner. And wanting to get that confirmed. So the first one, it would be 5H and the 214H, 5M after. So it would be, once it comes back, boop, boop, 5H into TP, EX Spear into sweep.
Gotcha.
After sweep, I like to place medium trap because it enforces them to have to stay there, and if they jump, I can react. Because the only thing they can do on wake up in that scenario is DP, jump, super, or mash. In that scenario, I'm kind of at the advantage because all I have to do is place it and wait.
Right.
There are times when you can place it. You can just like place it, see what they do, and there's sometimes I'll place it, do this. And there are timings where if you place it, you can grab before it activates. So it makes a very mean scenario.
Right.
So you can spot dodge as well, but that just means you're no longer in block stun from the trap.
Yeah.
If you spot dodge the trap, and then I can just grab you for free.
Right.
So that is like your basic like
Battle 1.
B&B in the corner. If you, how can I make you? I'm trying to see how I can hit you while you're crouching, so I can show you that.
Let's frame trap me while I'm crouching.
Yeah.
Oh, I can just hold forward, honestly.
Well, pretty much on crouching you can get 214M. I was trying to show you that, but I'm bad.
I can hold down forward.
Great.
So on crouching, that is your confirm,
Okay.
because it'll give you more damage. Let me crouch.
Great.
Alright. 214M is gonna be your ender.
Cool down back. There you go.
Yeah.
Great.
So that combos on crouchers regardless of counter hit. On counter hit as well, you can, if you get a counter hit 2L, you can on certain times you can combo it into 5H, close 5H.
Okay.
I think that is a crouching counter hit confirmed. So if they're crouching, you get a counter hit. Yeah, crouching counter hit, you can combo into 5H off of the 2L.
Gotcha.
So there's things like that you can do. Now, my favorite combo that it would be her anti-air route. So her anti-air route is probably the most messed up thing because anywhere on the screen, mid-screen, she pretty much gets 4.5k damage without using super. well, you have to get counter hit, but
Oh, oops.
all right.
Not a counter hit.
Great.
On non-counter hit, the timing is a little weird, but you can get it if the jump is a little lower.
Well, we didn't talk about her air normals.
Oh, her air normals. 5M is gonna be your air-to-air button, definitely, because it reaches really far. That's also your your falling button, because if they're farther away, because it just reaches so dang far. Your TK option is 5H because it hits really low to start off. Your cross-up button is gonna be JL because JL, the cape on the back side has a hitbox.
Time's
What
up.
the fuck?
Yeah, so it hits a little further behind her than it visually seems. So that is your cross-up button.
Okay.
So if I can space it properly.
Ow.
That is your cross-up button.
Okay.
And then JU is just your air stall. But you can do JU, charge it into 6U. Remember that you still eat recovery.
Got you.
Anti-air. I suck. Don't worry. This is my warm-up for tourney anyway. Alright, let's do it.
Nope, not a counter hit.
Great.
Alright, let's get it. Yeah, TP will be ready. 214. Boop, boop.
That's M2H into 214M again.
Yeah, so pretty much it's gonna be 2H, place EX traps, run up, delay your 22H until they bounce upwards, so you can get more height on the TP. You're gonna catch it with a close H into 214M, and then they'll land on the other trap. Then you 2H into another 214M.
Got you.
If you have super and you want to spend it after that first 214M, you can go ahead and super them off the trap.
Okay.
So we'll just let the round end and then you can try that out.
Time's up.
I'll give you 2 tries.
Engage.
Oops. That's not the move.
So it'll be 2H, 236H, run up, 22H, 5H, 3 hits, 214M, 2H, 214M.
Alright. That's obvious to it. Oh, that's not it. I was supposed to
Yeah,
teleport
so it's a little difficult to get started off.
Alright, one more time.
But it is her optimal 2H combo. You can do some weird stuff like this. Jump at me. You were a little far. So in those situations where they're a little further out, you can instead micro dash far 5H into a 214L. But there's also routes where you can do that into 214M and connect after.
Got you. Nope, still too far.
Alright.
Oh, that's interesting.
So you can do some crazy stuff with it as well. Just depending on what you have available.
Alright.
So depending on what you have available, she does always have a consistent anti-air route.
Yeah.
It's just that her optimal requires EX traps and EX TP.
Gotcha.
Getting back into her corner combo,
Believe in victory.
the second route she has
Engage.
is something like this. oops, I didn't delay. So this one is gonna be 5H into the EX Spear, catching it with a heavy, going into that,
Okay.
and placing trap.
Yeah.
So in that scenario, since they don't land on the trap because they're a little far, you can run up and push them onto the trap before they wake up.
Okay. Now, which button did you delay in there?
You're gonna delay the catch off of 214 H because they side switch because they're higher. If you delay it ever so slightly, you can get the close H on the opposite side, so the right side, in order to catch them.
Gotcha.
So, do you want to give it a try? Or?
Oh, okay. So what was the combo?
So it's gonna be close H, 6 3 2 or 6 2 3
Spear.
H
5H.
into another close H or far H depending on how far you are, into a 214 H, catching that with heavy, doing one hit of the close heavy into EXTP, into sweep, into place trap.
Okay. Let's see.
Don't worry, if you don't get it, I am making that cheat sheet, so it'll be on the cheat sheet in notation.
Okay.
Battle 2. Engage.
So
That's not.
yeah, it's gonna be a little difficult getting used to that DP motion there,
Yeah.
but
Bruh.
definitely a combo worth knowing, just because this is your big damage combo.
Got you.
The other one is more of a spacing thing, where if you don't think you're gonna reach, you can just do the heavy 214 first. And just to let you know, sometimes off of the EX Spear, you're gonna have to catch it with 2M or 5M because it's faster and it reaches further.
And then
214, yep, into that, and then you'd catch it with heavy off the wall.
into
It's gonna
the-
side switch.
Wait. Heavy.
I'll
Okay.
show you.
Okay.
Actually, if you want the sweep to hit more consistently, you can do to 2 hits off of that. The 2 hits of what's called close heavy after the 214, just to get them a little higher so that you can confirm the sweep. I mean, if you,
Didn't get cross right there.
yeah, sometimes it doesn't cross based on spacing, but you just have to be aware that if it does, you do have to delay the button ever so slightly.
Okay.
What else is there? Okay, we're gonna talk about just some basic setup she has. So first one is my favorite. That scenario right there. So off of air traps, it becomes a very messed up scenario because those are mine. Oh, they were mine.
Down.
So off of both traps, you can launch them into both, of course. You can combo off of it however you want. But my favorite thing to do off of that is to knock them into the back trap, the furthest back trap, roll through, and that puts them into a high-low 50-50 mix, as well as it being a safe jump. As well as you just being like, I'm not gonna hit a button at all, landing and doing this, or landing in, because you conditioned them. it's a pretty mean scenario that you can set up. If you basically the way I like to do it off of that is if you delay the TP after you get the well, you have scenarios like that as well that I'll probably teach at a later time because that's a little more advanced. This is just a basic guide. Off of that, you can just do if you delay TP, it makes it a little easier to go for empty low and make it a little more difficult for them to see it.
Right.
So that's her mid-screen setup. You can kind of vary it in the corner to fit the corner, but that just comes with experience and knowing the character a little better. In the yeah, go ahead and win the round. Win the round. Win the round. Okay, let me talk to you about the supers. SBA can't be spot dodged. It can only be rolled through if they're close enough to get to the other side of Cag. SSBA can only be punished if spot dodged.
Okay.
So her corner setup. Let's get into that. So she has two mean ones. On knockdown, she can go and place a high and a low trap, and then have you wake up onto a trap, and then have a trap sitting above your head. Meaning you can't jump out, you have to sit here and block the mix. Or DP if you have one.
Really? Knock me down.
But if you DP and I block the DP, the trap will catch you.
You knock me down and do it? Yeah.
And since the second trap usually is always going to be EX, I can come down with a button and catch you not blocking.
So that is an EX trap that's going in the air.
So, yeah. So when you jump up, you can do what I like to do on knockdown is knockdown, medium trap, EX trap. Just because what's it called? If you do place the EX traps, you come down with a button, you catch them, they launch up into the trap. Then you get a full confirm. The other setup, the setup that I actually, I don't know if I'm the first to find it, but I'm the only one that has seen done it. Is this. Oh wait, I suck. Alright, so it would be I'm really bad. Oh well. Can I do it off of this? I probably could, but I'm not even gonna try. Alright. Why is that dropping? Bruh. You know what? Just take a step out of the corner. Well, you're gonna die. Pretty much, the closer you get to the corner, the less time you have to confirm her combo off of that, just because you're closer and the close M is the only thing that'll connect. Safe jump 50-50, just like in mid-screen, just off a combo.
Interesting.
So the reason it works that way is because jumping and doing this causes an air tech after the spear. And when it air tech, it allows you to place traps and they have to land and then guess high, low, do I DP, do I hold it? And I could just go high, low, I could land grab into the trap, etc. So it's another mean setup that I haven't seen many other Cags do. I might have seen Merp do it once or twice, but other than that, I don't really see many Cags go for it.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty mean setup that I like to do.
Got any mid-screen floor trap stuff to do?
Mid-screen floor traps. If I get this, it's just the anti-air route.
Oh, okay.
just because it is a very consistent and high damage combo, and it always leads to corner.
Okay.
Battle.
You always get to the corner. Another tip, if you really want to get somebody to the corner, let me do this. After this, you can run up, wait for them to start falling, and then 2H.
Gotcha.
To really get them to the corner, to make sure that you get corner.
Yeah.
Because pretty much in the corner, this character becomes even more mean because you have stuff like this block. And now I have max level rock because you just sat there and blocked 5H. And because this is mean because I'm at a range where most characters can't compete. And I'm pulling back my hurt box every time I 5 you. I can't do it on whiff, so I have to dash up every once in a while, but it is a very mean thing to do. Cause then I can do this, and now I'm plus. So this is what I wanted to teach Sarah, is that I want you to do 2L, 2L run up grab, right? So the reason that works how it does is because in the air TP has a huge or bigger hitbox. So when you TK into TP and they go for any button to try and hit you, they get counter hit. And when they get counter hit, you get a full confirm.
Okay, show us the combo. I'll try to grab you.
Believe in victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Ow.
Yep.
I just want to get in. There you go. Oh, back in. And then you just sit yourself in the corner with traps.
Yep, and then I sit myself in the corner with traps, and on top of that, not only do I have traps, I have a rock that leaves me plus on block. Because, let me show you. If you get hit by this, I have all day to charge this rock.
Okay.
Another thing about trap, eats one projectile when charging, and then also eats one projectile when thrown on level 1 through 3. On level 4 and 5, level 4 eats 2 hits, level 5 eats 3. So level 5 rocks beats most characters' EXD fireballs. On top of that, after level 3, when thrown, after level 2, when thrown, if it clashes with something, it keeps going after it clashes.
Oh, okay.
So it'll continue to travel past the fireball. So if I have a level 5 and you have a level 3, right? But throw it.
Oh, fuck.
So it'll keep going after it clashes.
Okay.
Even if it doesn't destroy the fireball. So.
Okay.
Your basic thing about Cag is to place traps, kind of get people scared of traps, and then read off their reactions what you want to do. So if a person traps are out and they're just sitting and they're trying to, jab at them, you sit like right here and you either EX spear, you can use these buttons and confirm, and a little more of a committal option is placing traps, letting them try and destroy them, and teleporting behind them. It's a little less safe because if they do 2L, you do not want to TP behind them because TP recovers so fast they can just 5L after and catch you.
Okay.
So another common response for traps being out is people to do this. jump over the trap and try to jump at you. So that's when you just sit on traps, you wait, you 2H them, and now you have traps already out for anti-air combo.
Okay.
A little thing to know about traps though. Place your traps. If they land on a trap, they have enough time to mash 2L and break it.
Yeah.
Before it activates.
Hurry up.
With air traps, place air traps. If they jump in guard button immediately, they can destroy air traps. But that is also committal because you can punish it by hitting them with a grounded button and they can't block that.
Right.
You just have, so the whole thing is most people will want to get rid of traps as soon as possible, or at least try and get rid of traps. Your whole plan when traps are out are to try and counterplay that.
Right.
Either try to let them destroy them and punish them for whiffing buttons, or you try and knock them into the trap while they're focused on the traps.
Right.
So
I see some spear hit confirms. What confirms into spear?
So what confirms in the spear? Full auto combo, of course, confirms in the light. No full combo or button that's not counter hit will confirm into medium spear.
So would you only use the dragon hoop when you don't have traps out, or would you use the spear when they are? My game plan for me is when traps are out, depending on where the person is, if they're out and I want to try and knock them into traps, I'm mainly using medium spear, throwing rock, light spear. I'm mainly using spear to try and just get them aggravated and try and just want to get in. Try and play the patient game with them to mess with their patience. Once if they can't get it, if they're playing more rush down and really just want to get in my face, that's when I place traps and I'll do this. Oh, okay.
Another thing is you can just do like fake block strings with the traps because the traps will eat the negative frame.
Battle 4. Engage.
So stuff like this.
Shit, well I didn't block that.
Yeah.
Let's try
So
that
if I after I place traps, so well I can't do it now, but a lot of things I'll do is sweep into this.
Oh, because they can't punish you for it.
Because they can't punish me for doing hula hoop because the trap. So that's a pretty difficult scenario for most people to deal with.
Okay.
So one of the things also is Cag, you want to use backdash. You want to just be very spatial aware of where you are on the screen and your ranges, because trap, this only goes 3/4 of the screen. Both EX and heavy, and I mean EX and medium only go 3/4 of the screen. Light doesn't even go, only goes round start range. So you got to be really aware of your ranges and just being tricky. One of my favorite things to do on people's knockdown. So just being tricky with traps and trying to mix your opponent into getting hit by traps because they're not using block button or they're not really reacting to certain things properly. This is a character that's meant to kind of play reactively to how others are playing. So once I see you're doing that, I can do that into this, and now I have you in the corner. This is a mean spacing trap because it's only -5 on blocks, so people will try and like run up, punish you or something. And then you can just
punish them for doing that.
Character is mad obnoxious, I'm sorry. She's so cute, but she's so fucking strong. Hey yo, half the cast can't even deal with her, bro. What?
Yeah. So the most difficult part that comes with it is being able to read what opponents will want to do and figuring out how in your offense you can abuse that. So if you can figure out ways to abuse it just from experience, that's pretty good. Another thing about spears, you can't roll them. You cannot roll spear. So if you try and roll, you will get counter hit. Medium spear from this range, prop. Alright, you try and roll. I'll try and catch it. You get counter hit. You can't roll spears, you can only spot dodge them.
Okay.
So, as you can see, that's what happens when you try and roll and you get counter hit.
Yeah.
So it's pretty difficult. Weave. You tried it.
Time's up.
But
Battle 3.
nah, so really that's about it for the basics of Cag and all her like normals and everything and her like basic B&Bs and stuff like that. This is a character that you can really just freelance with. It's not a set way you have to play because there's so many options on how you can play. You can be rush down Cag where you're always right here placing traps and now mixing up their offense and now you're back in their face. You can be a lamer Cag and just sit here and then you spear and be annoying and then throw rocks and be annoying. Doesn't really work as good against Cag herself, but you know.
Yeah. I can see it.
Then you can be more airborne and abuse this and abuse the air movement. So you can do stuff like that. So this is a character that can be freelanced really well and just really just abuse the movement tools, but on defense you really have to be sound. You have to be good at teching throws, not guess teching. Late teching is your best friend in this with this character, and your best buttons are lights when getting out, because these are the same, and if they're too close, close L is your button. But other than that, if you have any questions, we can go over some stuff. But that's about it on basic Cag.
Alright, now,
I think the main issue she's gonna have in any matchup is a rush down. So anybody that wants to be in your face 24/7 and not let you get this. Because if they let you get that, now they're playing your game. Speaking of which, TP is punishable, and the way you would punish a TP is mashing lights as soon as you see it, regardless of if it's light or medium, light, medium, or EX, unless it's EX on block.
right.
So, and since that didn't hit, it was punishable. You can, so light is your most consistent punish. You can get heavy and medium starters punishes on it, but it's a lot more difficult to get the timing. I would say that for this character, you kind of don't want to abuse TP just because they have set ranges.
stuff on this game.
So that's all I got.
Player 1.
All right, that's a good ass guide. I know you got a tournament in like literally 1 minute.
Yeah, I got a tournament in literally 1 minute.
All right, y'all. Thank Prada in the comments. Y'all see him in tournaments. He's about to win another tournament, and we'll catch it next time. Let's play some Cag this week, so you'll learn some stuff.
Sweet,
Alright, you can tell him where to find you.
Shoot, you find me on Twitch at Yo Prada Proud.
Check out the channel. He just hit affiliate. Let's run those numbers up.
Run
Strong
the numbers
player,
up.
let's go.
Help me out.
Alright, till next time, till next guide. Signing off. Love God and Prada. Alright, that's the end of the video. I appreciate you, bro.
No problem, dog. Now I gotta whoop your ass until so I can get the fuck out of here.
God. Oh my god, not the knockdown into trap overhead, OT.
Ah, yes. I didn't go over that because honestly I don't want to give away that that's fake. But I'll let close friends know that that's fake. Block the overhead. I'm punishable.
Oh god.
I messed up the frame kill.
Oh my god.
So since I was further out off of the spirit, I had to 2M to catch you. Because far H wouldn't reach. But the advanced stuff I'll teach you and Sarah off stream, or not off stream, but off the beginner's guide.
Yeah.
I will.
Look out for that advanced Cag Tech video.
Oh yeah.
You learn some more bullshit. Alright.